good people, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm back again with an interesting video, and today we are discussing on why it is important to say no. I know most of the time we are used to saying yes. We are used to making our friends feel comfortable even when ourselves we're not comfortable with it. So in most cases we find ourselves saying yes when we do not mean it, and we find that it is awkward to say no. But today I want us to discuss why it is important to say no, and why it is important to learn to say no. I know saying no is not something you just wake up one day and start saying no, or it's not just something that comes from uh, as in you cannot just say no. You have to think about it. You have to think and rethink before telling someone no. But the more you say no, the more it becomes easy to say no. So I came to realize that sometimes we say yes to things that we are not comfortable to the doing them, or saying them, and in some cases you find that maybe your friends want you to go with them somewhere, and mainly this happens to young people. You find that you're moving with a crowd, or you're moving with a group of people just because you want to keep them close to you, not because you want not because you want to do what they are doing. It's just because you want to keep that circle. You fear losing them and all that. But it's important also to value yourself. It's important to understand your boundaries and know what is good for you and what is not, and decide on what to do and what not to. So today we want to know why we always find ourselves saying yes even when we are not willing to say yes. One, we want to please our friends. As I said, sometimes we say yes because we don't want to feel out of place, or we want to make we are concerned about their feelings. We are concerned about what what they're interested in, so we focus too much on other people and we forget about ourselves. Then we also want to avoid confrontation. You find that most of us, we fear pressure that comes with confrontation. We fear that pressure that if you say no, someone can confront you and ask you some questions to give them reasons. And at the end of the day, you end up saying yes just because you don't want that. You're trying to avoid that. And then another thing is that we fear to miss out. In most cases, we don't want to miss out. You want to be among that group. You want to be among to be in that discussion. Whatever these people are doing, you'll be part of them. Wherever they go, you be part of them. But we forget that the first thing that we should value is ourselves. Forget that it's all about us, not about them. And then another thing is that it always feels good to say no, to say yes. Sorry, you find yourself when you say yes, you're comfortable. But if you tell someone no, you have to think and think, like, why did I say no? If this person comes and asks me why I refused to do this and this, will I have? Will can I explain to this person why? So at the end of the day, to avoid all this, you find yourself uh, doing so. And then in some cases, we are compelled to overdo some things and just say yes to situations uh, that we didn't want. We're just compelled to say yes. It's because of our compulsive nature that we find ourselves that we say yes to the things that we were not willing to say yes. But we forget that at the end of it all, it's us who gets the impact of what we do, what we say, and even the people who are around us. The pressure that they put in us, it is us who feel the impact. It's not them. So it's important to say no, and in most cases, this thing that we fear to explain why we say no, it's not a must that you explain to someone or you give a reason why you say no to something. No, you can just tell someone no without explaining, without telling them reason. We are not we should not be giving excuses all the time. So in most cases, if you're not comfortable with something, just say no. and move on. Do not judge yourself over something that will make you to feel like you should excuse yourself. No, it's not a must that you give an excuse. And then you don't have to give up your choices to please others. The word no sounds rude or awkward, but the reason why you said no is to keep your value. You want to do whatever you're comfortable with. So you don't have to sacrifice what you would choose and choose your friend. No, you don't have to sacrifice your choices. Let everything that you do let it be something that you're comfortable with. Saying no is necessary when you like to have a say in what happens in your life. If you want to have control over everything that surrounds you, okay, you cannot have control of everything, but at least have control of most of the things that happens around you. So it's good to say no. It's a way of controlling the things that would impact you negatively, others that would affect your emotions or your feelings. It's good to say no. Then it's also good to say no when you don't want to spend your life overwhelmed. Sometimes we are pushed by other people to do what you are not supposed to do. At the end of the day, you feel tired. At the end of the day, you question yourself on why you did this, which was not necessary. So to avoid all these things, you have to say no. It's also good to say no so that you cannot be surviving. You thrive. You live your life as it is, not just surviving where you can be pushed by someone else, where someone else can tell you to do this and you do it. It's not good at all. So it's good to work within yourself. Let it be you, not being controlled by other people. And then it also allows you to be mentally upright and emotionally upright. When you say no, you can think well. You can control whatever you do. So you can do what pleases you, not what pleases others. At the end of the day, you are mentally upright, you are emotionally upright, you do not struggle with your emotions, you do not struggle with your time, you can use your time the way you want. So it's despite that you want to keep friends, despite that you want to keep relatives and all people who surround us, it is also good to have our boundaries. This can help us to understand ourselves better. This can help us to determine our time and have control over our own life, the works we do, and even the people who surrounds us. It helps us positively in choosing those people who surrounds us and having control over them. It's not all about other people controlling you, taking your place, and making you feel demeaned. So it's good to say no. You don't have to explain anything, but when you're not comfortable with something, just say no. And with that, you can be able to stabilize your mind and do what pleases you the most. So that is it for today. Wish you well. Thank you for watching the video, and